Howdy folks, James at Wrexham, wrexham.com.au. Wrexham is what we do, and welcome to another ballistics brief. And in this video we've got the Longshot Ranger Plus out to test the 97 grain joint strike in the 6GT, do a powder ladder test and a node test. Now if you're time poor, go straight to the last two groups on the page and you will see just how capable this projectile is. I'm very happy. In fact, I'm insanely happy with those 5-shot groups. But we go through the whole process, so if you've got a bit of time and want to watch the whole video, it might be interesting, might be a bit of fun. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Press the subscribe and like button because it makes a big difference to us. Lets me sort of know how everyone's feeling about the content we're releasing as well. So let's watch the video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the time it took to put it together and edit it, and we'll do more. So this is really exciting. The 97 grain joint strike in 6mm. Let's go. Howdy folks, welcome back to the bench, and there is a lot going on here, but this is just a day in the life due to all the product testing and everything else that we're doing. But I thought I'd bring you along for this one because we're playing with the 6GT. Now we have all of our 6.5 Creedmoor brass that we're going to compete with minus 3 cases. Thanks to this M-Press, and it's not quite perfectly centering the cases on the way up, and the ejector pin, the decapping pin, has punched a big dent in the side of those 3 cases. So I'll either have to come home and reload them on Saturday night and bring 3 more in case I need them, or go buy another 100 cases. I think I'm going to come home and reload them, because I'm keeping that gun as a target gun at the moment. Even though it's a factory stock Hauer, it seems to be shooting lights out. So in this case though, the 6GT running the 97 grain joint strike, which is a gorgeous little bullet. I mean, look at this thing. It's bloody fantastic. Very sleek little guy. We are going to load a confirmation load from an earlier test, 34.46852, 35 and 35.2 grains of 2208. That's also known as Varget in some places in the world. Hey man, I love you guys. I'm just giving you shit. That means we like you. So anyway, and then on this bank here, we have 34.6 all the way through. 5-shot groups, seating depth test. That way I'm trying to knock over both in one range sitting, and that's always a challenge. And I haven't tried this method before, but I want to pick the powder load that's going to work, have the seating depth that's going to work, and then combine the two, hopefully, and then we're going to basically be at the competition. We're out of time. So these cases all need to be once fired as well. All these other cases in here have all been fired once. These need to catch up, so everything's the same for the competition, resized on the same die, etc. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to seat these about 10 thou off the lands. These are all going to be seated 10 thou off the lands, but I'll keep 1 or 2, and I'm going to use my hand press to do it. Now if you use your hand press, which I'll grab, hang on, to seat the last 2 or 3 while you're here and check them, you're set for when you get to the range. You can just sit there and go, yep, 1, 2, 3, bang. If you get to the range and you screw this thing down and you touch the lands, you may not be in the right spot. Like you have to come in a few more turns before it really bites and moves the projectile. So if I get it set now, I take a photo of it to know exactly where it is, just in case it moves in transport, we should be good. We just get down there, we shoot our first group of 5, give about a minute 30, 2 minutes between shots, and then come in 3 thou, do it again, do it again, do it again, and ideally we should be where we need to be shortly after that. This thing needs an oiling. It's obviously getting a bit fudged. Okay, much better. Okay. Now I've checked a safe combined overall load or overall length with a dummy round. Now this doesn't touch the lands using my normal method, which is the Nikko method. I don't see any lands marks in there. and they're sitting at 2.4660 inches in my gun. Maybe not yours. Just be careful. So I'm going to put that in the 6GT box as a reference load. There's no primer or powder in it. It's just something for me to recall later and go, hey, that's where it was. That's where the dice set at the moment. I can only come in from there. So we're going to shoot these 34.4, 6, 8, 35, 35, 2, and then work on seating depth. So we'll start as far as we can out. I will set the die to the last 3 on this. Where is it? On the hand press, which I just put away because I'm an idiot. I'm just busy, guys. And then we'll go through. I don't really want to seat them all 3 thou differently at the moment because one, there's no micrometer on this Forster seating die, which is a massive pain. But the other reason is if I shoot a really good group and I get to the end of the test, there's a group here I can confirm with. Come home, load everything to that. We should be good. And then we can do all the brass prep and everything. Cool, so let's get that done. I will keep these in separate banks so I don't mess this up. And we know what's what. And in fact, what I intend to do is I will load these into their boxes now, not into the range box. Which is somewhere. Where is it? I've eaten it. Now, I don't know if this process will actually work later. So this is all like learning. Like I'm always trying stuff because that's the fun bit, right? But I do wonder what the results will be on the day. I'm not saying this is load advice or how to do it. You know, you've probably got your method and maybe have more time, but my problem is I'm time poor. Between making bullets and reloading and being involved in the sport in as many levels as I can, whether it's doing a little sponsorship or a little joining a shoot day or going on a hunt or whatever. I'm pretty short on time, basically. I also have a new press coming. It's a little whiles away, but when it happens, it's going to be sick. And now the journey begins finding the 243 cal. No, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay. This is one of those Allen keys that if you ever drop it on the floor, will disappear into the abyss, never to be found again. Probably hanging out with your 10mm socket. Now, I don't know if this makes any difference or not, right? But I like to get these two set well together. I then loosen them both, put tension on them, and then tighten them both up. And generally speaking, read 0 pretty good. That's interesting. Oh, there we go. 1.365, so 36365 and 365. Okay, that's better. 360. 360. Okay, I'm happy. They're all within 5/10. Cool. Half a thou. Right, let's get these ones loaded up and into the box. Alright, so now we're up to the point of setting up this thing so it's fully set up, and I'll take a photo of it on the phone, which is doing the recording at the moment. But all I want to do is just seat it enough to get it started. And again, I am looking for a base to ogive of 1.936530. Okay. Should be 4.3. See what I mean? 4.1. So I came in intense, but I lost a little bit. So now we're close to 5 thou off. So I might go in 4 thou and just check it. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I went in, it said 5, but I went in 4 and I'm at 1.9360. So that's where we want to be. I've marked the tip of my bullet a little bit though. Okay, let's just check that again. So we'll do exactly the same thing again and hope that we're not under dimension at all. I'd rather be over than under. No, we're on. Good, good, good. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's make banks of 5 so we can keep all this together. When we get out to the range, we will put each group and load on the target. Look at that. It's like it was meant to be. Look at these gorgeous little things. Pew pew. Nice big sticky label. Plenty of room to write and forget stuff. Can't wait. Alright, we're back at the range. I've fired a couple of quick shots to warm the barrel up a little bit because it is freezing cold. And we have our test here to see if we can't get good SEs and ESs as well as find a seating depth in one session. So I'm just trying a new method. I've never done it before. May or may not work. Not telling anyone this is the way to do it or way not to do it. But my warm-up load extreme speed has been awesome. So I'll just see what happens today.
2,980.
Okay. So we're on paper. That's good. We're now going to do a powder ladder test and see what happens. I'm not going to change the dials on the scope. We're just going to go top left, starting at 34.4, and see what happens. I'm going to give it about a minute between shots and see what happens. So new string, and this will be 34.4.
fighting the bag a lot. I might have to move. Alright, we'll let the barrel cool for a minute and then have another crack at it. That was 21 foot per second extreme spread, standard deviation of 8.8 with a low of 29.38 and a high of 29.59. Also worth mentioning again, this brass is virgin brass, so anything could happen. Alright, time for the second group. We got a new string at 34.6. And I'm just going to quickly have a look at the back of my brass here, being new. And it looks absolutely fine. Primers, no swipes or anything. Looks absolutely gorgeous, so I think we're still well under pressure. Next target. Alright. Didn't put a bullet in. Yeah, I got a bit going on today. I did that. Cockhead. It is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, let's let it cool down again. One of those. Let's go to the next target, which will be this one. Whoa, impact point 2,970. I'm hoping they'll all end up in the same spot. Okay, that's 2 feet per second so far. It's a good velocity. Okay, spread on that one, 16 feet per second, deviation 7.1. Alright, we're all the way up to 35 grains. This is interesting. Let's see what it does. Big step up on pressure there. Not pressure, velocity. See what the next one is. Okay, that's good. It's fast, 4 feet per second at the moment. Alright, there we go. 6 feet per second, standard deviation 2.5. And I reckon the second shot, I was kind of fighting the rear bag with my jumper because I'm wearing a few layers because it's freezing today. I reckon I could probably do that better right on 35 grains. Let's have a look at the brass. And it looks gorgeous. Absolutely nothing there that I'd call concerning. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. But that's nice, 35 grains, it's tidy. And I reckon I can work with that group a little bit. Very cool. 35.2, let's see if it gets any better. Alright, 35.2 grains. Let's see what this does. Trying to get myself comfortable here for just having one of those days where I'm not super duper comfy. Still trying to work out if this bipod likes preload on it as well. Wow, picked up 30 feet per second. Should say too, this barrel's only got about 100 shots on it. It's still working out what it wants to do. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, that was a tighter bolt lift as well. I think we might be up on pressure now. Yeah, alright. So extreme spread went to crap a little bit. 7 feet per second. Tighter bolt lift, I certainly felt that. 35.2 was good. And 34.4 during the siders at the start was initially really, really good, but we'll pull that data as well. So I think it's happy around 35, 34.2, 34.4. Alright, we moved over to the other target now. We've got our micrometers in case we need them. We've got our seating tool right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to shoot a couple of 5-shot groups. Starting at 1.9360 base to ogive. And we're actually going to shoot for groups and see if we can find a seating depth. I'm pretty convinced that somewhere around 34.2 gave SD a couple of weeks ago in this gun of 1.2, 34.4. The first 4 shots was at 2. And the chronograph just turned off. I figured that was coming. Don't screw it up. You dickhead. That was all me. The rear bag. But still, that's a great group. Spread of 70 feet per second. Standard deviation of 6.9. Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, let's come in 3 thou. 2, 3. Let the gun cool off for a minute. We'll be back. Alright, I think I've emotionally recovered from that last shot. I'm fighting my jumper. Like, I'm wearing a thick jumper. It is freezing cold here today. And it's sort of bunching up in my shoulder. I normally shoot in a t-shirt, so... just... Anyway. Is what it is, right? Okay, now coming in 1.9330. I'm not actually all that disappointed with that group because the first two shots I took the preload off the bipod. I'm thinking a lot about what I'm doing. And then I was like, okay, that's weird. And then I put the preload back on it. And I wonder if just preloading this thing, fair test, I still think that like those last three shots are obviously good. So I'm not too concerned. I think that still very well could be a great group without too much hassle. So let's bring that back down. Let's give it a minute to cool off and we'll come in another 3 thou. Alright, and it is not taking long for this barrel to cool down. So this is now 6 thou shorter. I'll just put -6 in here. No, this is -9, sorry. Nine thou shorter than our starting reference. Okay, into it. Oh, I put some of those ESs down to virgin brass at the moment. Okay, now we're back to don't screw it up. We picked up 30 feet per second on that shot, and the first couple were lower. That's alright. Look, I think these bullets are going to shoot almost anywhere I put them. Alright. Let's come back. Not sure what happened there. Interesting. Okay. I feel like I might have rushed it a bit. Let's come in another 3 thou, see where we're at. And I reckon my first shot was crap. I was thinking about it too much. when I don't think about it, things work out. Holy crap. Okay. That's a 5-shot group with a spread of 5 feet per second and a standard deviation of 2.2. I think the powder load's pretty bloody good. I think we're out of the node now though. Right, let's go in another 3 thou, see where we're at. Alright, we're at 12 thou and we're gonna run out of time.
You go to ceasefire in 5 minutes. 5 minutes to ceasefire.
Okay, it's less than around a minute. Let's get this group done, hey? This bloody jumper. We're back to Don't Screw It Up Town, and I think we're back in the road now. Okay, don't screw it up, Jimbo. It's right on that hook. Alright, don't screw it up. Here we go. Don't rush. You got You idiot. Oh, that's just me panicking, but I think I gotta get better at this. Like, I really do. I'm not a target shooter and whatnot, but that was bloody great. Super happy with that. That's good for me. Let's go in another 3 thou and see if we're in a stable node. Alright, this is our last target. We're 15 thou shorter than our original reference now. Fingers crossed. Anything could happen. Gun's a little bit cooler. We've had a ceasefire. Safety's on. Alright, here he goes.
2,900.
Yeah, that's a good start. I think this is like a stable node. Got a 6-hour window by the look of it. Already in don't screw it up mode. Yeah, I think we found it, and I'm definitely in don't screw it up mode. Okay, Jimbo. Don't screw it up. Yes.
2,980.
Whew. I think that's my node. I'd say that's my node. What do you guys think? So, I think we figured out a way to find both, so I'm pretty sure that I'm very happy with this. No excuses. Love it. Alright guys, so let's analyze the groups in GRT. I'm really excited about this. I'm sure you will be too. And we will overlay the targets to get a 10-shot group size in a second. So, group number 1, we have, if I exclude my mishap, it is what it is, and I'll show you that in a minute anyway. But I was fighting with this jumpo with these big sidey bits. I'm going to have to get rid of this for shooting next time. It's annoying. But, it would have been a 0.357 inch group, and that's just bloody fantastic. That 97 grain joint strike can certainly shoot. If I add it back in, it's a 0.621 inch group at 100 yards. Now that's still fantastic. I am super happy with that for a 5-shot group. But let's have a look at group number 2. So group number 2, 0.284 5-shot group at 100 yards. So we're in the 0.2s. That's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to start running at that load and that node now. I think that's just where it wants to be, but I've got that now 6-hour window to play within, so I can sort of watch it and manage it. And that's a wide node. It's stable. The bullet's happy. The powder charge is happy. I'm happy. That's as good as I can shoot at the moment. So anyway, let's have a look at what happens when we overlay the images. I did this the best I could. There's a slight offset on the angle of the targets from the camera position, but if I remove my error, that shot a 9-shot group in 0.41 of an inch. That's outstanding. That's 9 shots under half an inch at 100 yards. To me, I'm just psyched. That's as good as I can shoot, I think. That is phenomenal. So from a terminal and accuracy perspective, they are spot on. Now, if I add the fly back in, it'll probably go back to 0.6, yeah, 0.613 of an inch. But you know what? Like, I'm going to call that out because I know it was me at the time. I could see my crosshair drift to the left as I pulled the trigger. It is what it is, though. But look, how can you argue with that? Like, I'm super happy. I'm chuffed. I'm very proud of that whole Gen 2 lineup, man. That stuff can shoot. So, guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, like and subscribe, share it around, tell your mates. Buy a box of bullets from us. It all helps. All of that stuff helps. It lets us know what you want to see, what you want to get involved in, what we can do better. would love to hear from you. So enjoy this video, and we'll see you at the next one. And as always, be safe, be responsible, and lead by example. James out.